Just an update on the previous vid. Life is about, moving forward. Life is about taking chances. Life's about, not holding grudges for people. Life's about, trying to make new friends and trying to explore the world and how it is. We have a thing called COVID right now that affects everyone. Doesn't matter where you live. Whether you're in a state like mine that's not affected or you're in a state that is affected. Life really is too short to, not mend, things with people. Like I stated in the previous vid, the link to that will be in one of the corners. One of the corners will have that vid that I talked about in the last vid about me and my partner and my friends. There'll also be in one of these boxes at the end of this vid something that you guys weren't meant to see, and that's in one of the vids, like in the corner, so keep an eye on that. I won't tell you which one, so keep an eye on the vids when they pop up at the end of this vid. I want to say this. Time's running out. What that means, you can take it for what you want to take it for. I can't be fucked holding the mic, by the way, it's just there. I have come to a decision in life where, like I stated in the last vid, my health ain't the fucking best. I've stopped drinking now, and you may think, good effort. Yeah, just, I don't feel like drinking. Unlike my partner that doesn't know how to control herself or her body, I know how to do it. I know how to stop drinking. I know how to stop eating the wrong sort of food. And I think, we've all got to come to that situation where whatever's making us sick, we've got to stop doing it. Whatever is unhealthy, we've got to stop doing it. Whether there's people in our lives that are just not good for us as friends, we need to get rid of them. Now, I have deleted so much people over the last few days because I'm a good person. And I know I can be a loving person to anybody. I love love. Plain and simple. I liked being in love. And I still am in love. And I'm not going to change for anybody just because of circumstances that are beyond my control. Now, obviously, all the shit that went down, it fucking killed my brain. It killed my heart. It made me not trust people. It's a sad thing where, you can trust somebody for so long. I mean, break my heart once, shame on me. But break my heart twice, what the fuck? Both times, sadly, have both ended it not by what my partner said, but what her parents and her family have done. And I think that's the most horrible way to end a relationship, by not ending the relationship. It's so sad where I will never have an ending to this relationship, sadly. I will never be able to have closure, sadly. And it's just due to the fact that my partner just can't stand on her own 2 feet. I mean, she used to bug me about her weight, and she got upset because no matter what she did not lose the weight. The only time where she was losing weight was, when she was actually eating meat. And, going out and, I was keeping an eye on her. That's when she was losing the weight. When I was keeping an eye on her and watching what she ate, like the portion size, what kind of food she was getting. Then she went from being that to a vegetarian, and I was like, okay, well, you gotta respect that, but I'm still keeping an eye on her. But then she started putting on weight, and then the drinking got involved, and now she's a complete vegan, and it's like she's put on a lot more weight, and it's like I'm not there to help her, lead her through the right way. Now, I've always stated that everyone's responsible for their own actions, whether they're eating the wrong things, doing the wrong things. But I feel a little bit somewhat guilty where Maybe I should have given her more advice to lead her the right way. At the moment, her life is shit. This girl should be taken on dates every night. This girl should be treated like a princess, like she was with me. Um, you know, my differences aside and what others say on my Facebook, I don't care what their opinions are. I feel responsible somewhat for the way her life is now. Like, don't get me wrong, her parents have just destroyed her. Her stepfather and mother have absolutely destroyed her. Same with the rest of the family. I don't know if they control their Facebook. I don't know if they control their phone. But this isn't the girl that I knew 6-7 months ago. And I feel like that girl's dead. Now, we're in the first day of August now. August, September, November, December. It's 8 months nearly since I saw my partner. Well, actually, I saw her like a few months back, but that was at like a Pokemon event, so it doesn't count. But I feel like if she's a person that can hurt me for a whole year, then what kind of person will she be to the next person? She never was a horrible person. I just want to state that, look, she was a very jealous person, like I stated in my previous vid. She was very immature, but I still loved her. I still thought the world of her. I mean, she was my fiance. I mean, you can't just turn off your feelings for someone. Yeah, I'm moving forward with my life, and look, there's no one that I want to date right now. There's no one I want to be in a relationship with. I'm not rushing anything like that. Hey, if a girl comes in and says, you know what, I'll give you a go, then sure, I'll give it a chance. And if I never realised at the moment what situation I'm in. Financially, I'm great. Oh, financially, I'm great. I've got a good car. I'll have a better car soon. I own my house. My body's getting a little bit better because I've been eating healthier and exercising more. I've stopped drinking alcohol. I've mentally better. I am very calm. I can control my anger now. The only thing I always get angry about lately is, sports teams and just, what's going on with me and my partner. Like, I don't understand how someone can go from being this, a bit scared person, but alright kind of person at the start of the year, to whatever the fuck she is now. I shouldn't believe the rumours about my partner, but then again, the stuff I've been told is like kind of hard to ignore. And I've stated in this, the previous vid and other vids, what kind of person she is now. Like I said, if she wasn't that sort of person, you'd think she'd come forward and go, hey, I'm not a slut, I'm not a cheater, I'm not, but she won't. I know we're going to probably see each other before the end of the year's out. Some way or another. And I think we need to. I think this has just got to stop. Because, every time now she has a boyfriend, she's going to be cheating on him. Every time I have a girlfriend, I'll be cheating on her. Because we're technically still together. It's just a separation. Someone's told me, I wouldn't call what you have, Andre, a breakup because you never broke up. Considering, you guys were still, playing Pokemon together for a couple of months, waiting until all this happened, and the stepfather stopped you guys from, sending gifts to each other. Considering there was photos of you on her Facebook, Andre, it shows that she still cared about you. She's given anyone no indication of her moving forward. So, and she never told anyone that you guys are broken up. And even then you couldn't believe it, Andre, because, you said, if she was to break up with you, she'd make it very clear face to face. So, those are the things I've learnt in this time. But, I'd be very disappointed if she has hooked up with a guy. Not so much angry, just disappointed, because she was always a girl that would only hook up with people if she's in a relationship. Not just go fuck some guy at a party or girl. Still don't know about that rumor. But I know something happened at that party, her friend's party. Well, it was our mutual friend until that selfish bitch stabbed me in the back and told lies probably to my partner about me that are not true. But unfortunately, knowing my partner being vulnerable, should believe it. That girl and her boyfriend were pieces of shit. And I never liked him from day one. Creepy motherfucker that guy was. So the reason why I'm making this video is because, you know, I can pretend to you guys I'm putting on a brave face. You know, I'm you know, I've got good friends. I admit I've got good friends. The loneliness does hurt. Like not being able to talk to someone here where I live or hang out. It's very lonely. Whereas, you know, my partner can go off and sleep around with guys, get drunk, and ruin her life. And I know that's not my problem, her ruining her life, but I kind of feel like in some ways, hey, you know, this shit's got to stop. Like, how far can you push someone until, you know, they end up in the grave? Like, I'm sorry, but, you know, I know in a heartbeat if I asked my friends, I'm not allowed to by the way, to blast the shit out of her and stick up for me, oh, they would. I reckon at least 10 or 20 of them would just be like, I'm gonna fucking stick up for you, Andre, because what your partner did was fucking wrong. They've already said. I'm trying to keep it G-rated in this, but yeah, some of the stuff they said was absolutely, but they have a right to say it. My friends have a right to say, you know, their opinion on what the situation is, because they're right. What's been happening to me and my partner, what she's done in this whole 7 months, is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. It's not even a maturity thing, because, you know, a girl her age should be, you know, standing on her own 2 feet. A girl her age should be, you know, not letting people, like friends or family, decide what happens in her life. And I think the sad thing at the end of the day is I've become a better person in this time. I didn't know where it came from. The love and compassion I have now, and the anger, like, it's amazing how I managed to fix that problem. You see, that was the original thing she told our mutual friend. She said, look, if Andre can fix his anger and get help, I'm willing to go back to him. Well, guess what? I've proven it to everybody. In 7 months, I am a better person. I'm such a big heart. And I know that, you know, if I did have a girlfriend, they would not be disappointed, because I've become such a gentleman, such a man. More romantic, a lot of love and compassion, that's for sure. But, you know, you can't just, if my partner was watching, she just can't take my word for it. You know, it's easy for me to say I've done this, this, and this, but for her to believe it is the next thing. You know, that was the whole point of the argument. When all this started, she told the mutual friends, this is the only way I'd get back to Andre. She has to feel safe, she said, easily. Have to fix up my anger. Done that. I guess now people say, well, why would you want to go back to someone that not only acts like a spoilt brat, but doesn't even stick up for you and show you how much they love and care about you? And then they say, well, Andre, even if you did get her back, you'd have to deal with the family, right? No, I've got that covered. I don't need to see them if I don't have to. I can avoid them for the rest of my life if I don't have to. I've already got that covered. I just think, you know, me and my partner need to just get away from everybody. Away from Facebook, away from our friends and family, and just go on a fucking holiday for a week or two, just to get out of Adelaide. And that way it's just us. It's no one interfering on Facebook, no one interfering from our family and friends, and we can just sit and talk like mature adults, not fucking have all this bullshit go on. And I think that would be the one way to solve it. Obviously, for us, we live in Adelaide, and we're COVID free. We can't go to Victoria where every day is like a couple of hundred people infected. Can't go to New South Wales, can't go to Sydney. Queensland's pretty much the safe spot. And I think New Zealand is too, but I don't know if our borders there. And Darwin too, I think's a safe zone for us to go to. So I would definitely take her there in a heartbeat. I think we both need to get a fuck away from everybody. Because I think there's stuff that she needs to say to me, and I know she does, just between us. I think there's stuff that she wants me to say to her. I don't think she's in a good place mentally. I think that there's not a day goes past where she doesn't think, fuck, I'm really doing the wrong by Andre here. And that can eat at someone's conscience. Now, it doesn't hurt to, grab a phone. Like, she's got my number, so she can easily message me. She knows my Facebook, so she can easily unblock me and say, quick, I need to see you, come da-da-da-da-da. It's not that hard. Obviously, I am waiting for that call, that message from her. She knows where I am Fridays and Saturdays. So, it would be nice to hear from her just to see if she's okay. Now, a lot of you people on Facebook are like, well, why don't you just fucking get a girlfriend and move on with your life? Well, I've tried that in this time, and I seem to find the wrong sort of girls. Which is, it's not my fault. It's just, I trust people way too easily. Like, I've the girls that I have dated, the last one was beautiful. She was gorgeous. I liked spending time with her. She would be one girl that I would definitely move forward with, and pay her the undivided attention just to her, because I think she's a wonderful person. But apart from her, there's no really people that are interested in me. There's no people that I talk to or hang out. I've decided to go a different way in life, where people that upset me or don't make the time and effort for me, I've unfriended them straight away on Facebook. I'm going to do that a lot more tonight. I'm going through the path where I'm doing stuff to make me happy. And, I'll still be there for my mates. But if they're not giving me the love and affection and attention, then, I'll ditch them too. I have no time for people that are going to waste my time. I want to be with people that love me for who I am, not because I fucking have now a Nintendo Switch. I seriously, today, I said to myself in the last video about trying to do things to make myself happy, and I was like, I've got a lot of money. Why not buy something that I enjoy and like? So I bought the Nintendo Switch with Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Yeah. And I bought Mario Kart 8. Reason behind that one, me and my missus used to play Mario Kart 8. Let's go! It's me, Mario. No, I'm not doing the voices. Anyway, we bought it. She bought it on the Wii, and she bought all the DLC characters and carts and stuff. I kicked her ass, by the way. Battle mode, I'm the king. But it was. I remember the time where I got to play with her and her two little sisters that game, and it was so much fun, and it was one of the happy moments in my life where I got to spend time with her and her little sisters. We had a lot of good times. One time I took her and her little sisters with my nephew to the beach. It was a lovely day. I've taken her sisters out a couple of times. I think I took them to the movies. I think we went to a concert. We went to a concert. I can't remember which concert. It might have been Delta Goodrum's concert. And I really felt like I was part of the family. Like the first time in my life, I was with my partner and her two little sisters. And those were really lovely times. So I have no hatred for the little sisters. They're so intelligent And the older one especially, like, I reckon she's going to do well in life. They were so kind to me. You know, I brought them both, like, birthday gifts. I remember that. I was always nice to them because I was a good guy. You know, I don't know what now people have, told them now. It's sad because I'm not a bad bloke. Considering that how my partner's mother and stepfather are and what they did to my partner's real father, I will never forgive someone for that. But, at the end of the day, I have stopped drinking. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I'm a good guy. I've become a better guy because I've learnt so much in this time. I deserve to talk to my partner again. I deserve to have it end. If it's going to end. Now, I know a lot of people have said to me, if you ever went back to your partner, I'd never speak to you again and I'd never be friends with you. Number one, that's a horrible thing to say. Because it shouldn't matter who I date and who I be with. If you're my friend, you'll be my friend to the end. And a lot of friends have stated, if I did go back to my partner, that would be the case. It breaks my heart knowing that. But, I fought for this woman for such a long time. It's stuff that I don't post on Facebook that you'd be surprised. Like, even in the 6 years, there was so much nice things I didn't post on Facebook. I wish she was still the person I fell in love with. I do. I truly do. But she's not. She's changed. And it's quite sad because, it's not just the jewelry that I've got of hers or, I February, Valentine's Day, I actually bought her like all these new dresses and skirts. And the fact that she's never going to wear them, it's like, fuck. Like Valentine's Day, her stupid mutual friend was like, why don't you buy her some chocolates and a teddy bear, like, because they were in like a package. And I was like, no, I've got 5 Valentine's Day gifts for her. I was going to give her like the necklace. I was going to give her the clothes, teach her how to drive and buy her a car, and then have a trip up to Sydney to see her dad. I had all these nice things planned. And, when they didn't happen, it was just a bit painful, I suppose. And you may be thinking, hey, this is a different tone to you since the last vid. Life is about moving forward. Your mind could be set to moving forward, but your heart will always be in the past because you want a resolution, you want peace of mind. The fact that, one sentence from her could just fix everything. My mind would be clear, I'd be able to move on, be happier with my life. Here where I live, there's not many decent girls that would even give me a chance. There's a lot of single mothers that are looking for a guy with a bit of money. There's a lot of druggies. There's a lot of people that smoke dope, do drugs, bad alcoholics. I don't want that. I want someone that's just nice, kind, and down to earth. And it would help if they drive. Because, sometimes, especially if you meet someone that's really attractive and they live a long way away, you don't always want to be driving backwards and forwards. It's like the girl that I hooked up with about a month ago, the Russian girl. Good looking girl, yes. But really far to drive. But that wasn't the problem. It was the fact that mentally, she was so down on herself. She was just very emotional. When she cried in my arms, it was like you know, I can't fix up your life, you know. She's got a lot of... I won't go into the girl's personal details because that's respect for her. But the fact that at one time, I said to her, look, I'd be your boyfriend. So what do you say? Let me be your boyfriend so I can help you out. She said yes. And I was like, that's cool. Wasn't expecting it, but I realised that I couldn't be with a girl that, you know, is very down on herself. She kind of reminded me of my partner in some ways. Like, she was always never like happy about her looks, not happy about her lifestyle. The thing is, I tell all women this. First thing, you look at yourself in the mirror and you may look and go, I don't like what you're seeing. Alright, if you don't like what you're seeing, then change it. Put on some nice clothes. Just one night, if you're really upset about yourself, put some nice clothes on, put some makeup on, and then look at yourself in the mirror and you'll see what a beautiful person you are. And it works. You know, I've let me just check something on my game. Nice. I hate playing this game so bad. But a lot of women need to start looking at themselves in the mirror and be like, hey, I'm beautiful. And someone will find me beautiful one day. I believe, you know, if you're a guy and you tell a woman that she's beautiful, you make sure she knows. And you remind her every day, because eventually that girl will be like, you know what, this guy, you know, I've told him to give me space, but fuck, he's really nice. He's telling me I'm beautiful. He's telling me I'm a good person. Maybe I can give that guy a chance. Because I'm in a situation like that at the moment. Like, I'm trying to respect someone's space, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want this person to forget about me. I want this person to realise, hey, you know, she's a good looking girl and I would love, you know, to see her go on a date. It's not about, hey, put on some stockings and a skirt and bend over the bed. It's not about that. Otherwise, what I'm wearing right now, a guy will do to me. It's about looking past the clothes and looking into the person's heart. You know, big people can be beautiful too. Big people can have a heart as well. No, you know, my type has always been a skinny girl. I've never sugarcoated that. But the fact I fell in love with someone that wasn't my type, and we had a beautiful 6 years, and, you know, I love her to the day I die. And I'm not ashamed to say that. You know, I'm not ashamed of falling in love with someone that I knew would be difficult with a lot of baggage. I dealt with it pretty well for 6 years. If I would take away, you know, what the family and the parents did, I reckon would have a very successful relationship, and I think would still to be together. And I think would be together for the rest of each other's lives if the family never got involved. You know, her ex told me one thing, it's like, you can't win against them. Because they're like a cult. They just brainwash her and they're never going to let her have her freedom. And the fact that a girl her age has to be watched 24/7 pretty much, and they have to know where she's at what time, that's a bit much. And then they know what she's spending and they can see what's going in and out of her bank account. That's not normal. And you guys will agree, that's not normal. The fact that she can't stand on her own 2 feet, the fact that they've got stuff over it, it's not a nice life for a girl to live. So I'm asking you guys a favour. Hang on, my throat's gone again. It's time for everybody to be respectful to one another. It's time for friends to get together and say, hey, you know, my friend is really down. We need to fix this problem. We need to help him. So if you are my friends and you know that I'm not handling things well, you do need to step up and help me. You know, my health ain't the best. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But you've all got to realise that someday, you know, Sure, I'm not drinking, but there's other ways of making yourself sick. There's other ways, you can do stuff to end your life. Do I want to end my life? Some days, yeah, I do. And it's not just about, what my partner did. She's a big portion of it. Not gonna lie. Because I don't know how someone can be so selfish and hurt me so much. And keep hurting me. It's not just the loneliness factor, because that really kills me more than anything. Just being alone and not talking to anybody. My parents ain't getting younger, and I don't want to see them go. If I'm being honest, because the way things are right now, if any of them goed, I'd be quickly behind them, and that's not even. I'm even thinking about lately my will, because I know that I got a bit of money now. I got a house that I fully own, and I said to my dad, if things were better, there's only one person that I'd leave that house to, and it's my partner. Now you may think, what the fuck, Andre, are you crazy? Well, knowing that my partner would never have a house of her own one day, and knowing that she'll always be under her parents' roof in some ways, it would be not a nicest thing I could leave for her. I've got a jewelry that I'm trying to find a way to give to her at the moment. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but she deserves her jewelry back, that's for sure. I'm not a cold-hearted person that keeps stuff from people. A gift's a gift, I just hope she's okay. I hope she's happy. But at the same time, I don't think either of us will ever truly be happy until this all ends properly, face to face, or rekindle. Because I think we can still be a really good couple. It's just we both got to grow up and not let people interfere with our lives. Because I tell you what, with what I can provide for her, and it's not about money, it's not about possessions. I truly believe what I can provide for her, no one else can. Because loving someone for the time that we've had, not just the 6 years that we lived together, but the fact that we really had a good time together, and people want to come and interfere with that. Look, we've had arguments before. It's not really that much different to the arguments we've had. Like that last one was pretty intense, but I thought we would have gotten over it by now. The only difference I think this time around is, like I said, her family is really put their foot down and said, hey, you go back to him, we disown you, something like that. I don't know. I'm not a clairvoyant here. I can't read into things too much. But I do think that they've said something to her, and hey, prove me wrong if she's watching and she wants to tell me what's going on. I would love that. So I'm going to end this vid. Click on the 4 vids you see now, and you'll see what happened in the previous vid, and you'll see what happened in the never before seen vid. I apologise in advance, and I'll bid you adieu.